Hello Internet, we are back and we are at the final of the Exeter Pokemon Society Little Cup Ubers tournament. This is me, Mally, against Duncan, who's a very good friend and a very good player. We are actually in a grand final of a double elimination tournament, meaning that to lose, one has to lose 2 matches, not just one. And unfortunately, I have officially lost one. I timed out against Reese and against the time zone and against my own alcoholic tendencies. Whereas Duncan has managed to restrain himself and he's managed to reach the grand final unscathed, meaning that he has 2 matches to spare. I only have 1. If I lose 1, I'm out. He has to lose 2 before he's out. Which creates a good amount of tension. I will say good amount of tension, but at the same time, it means I was pretty anxious coming into this. But I went with what I knew. I trusted in myself, and this is the result of that. Really, this is a weird matchup, and it is bloody interesting to see how the game can be played. Just keep watching. You'll enjoy this. Now, the first thing we see is that he is running a Hail team, which is bizarre, but at the same time, it's a very solid choice, because he can see I have a spray, a serious weakness twice. Tangler, Gligar rather. And Mischievous. All of us, we're all, my goodness, I'm going mad. And Fletchling, all hit super effectively by ice, and nothing resists it apart from Sneasel, which is frail as balls. So this is very strong counter teaming, indeed. And I do not feel, no enmity for this, because if you run with the same team throughout a tournament, you are inviting trouble. And this is exactly the kind of trouble that I have in inviting, which is a word, but it's not a word. He was actually hoping for a Meditite here, because Meditite wrecks his team, and theoretically, Meditite wrecks his team. And he was thinking I would notice this and hopefully go for it. But I also noticed that there are 2 common Sashas here, Sneasel, my own Sasha, and Snova, I believe Harrison's Sasha, and also a Bergmite with Sturdy here. Could all of them take out Meditite, so I was not going to lose my win condition right here. So I went for a Sneasel, as you see an early game wall breaker, because both of the main moves here, my Ice Punch and my Ice Shard, both of them were gone. Like, they're all ineffective against everything apart from the Snova, but even the Snova, it's an awkward Pokemon. I wasn't going to save Sneasel for that. They got. So I brought Sneasel in as an early game wall breaker, effectively. Thinking that he'd want me to go for Meditite, basically. And I can just go ahead and just hit him with a Brick Break here. Which is fine. He has Chople, but he was expecting the Meditite, and he was thinking he could outspeed me here, because he has, he thought he could outspeed me there and hit me with Blizzard and outspeed me, 1 hit kill me. But he brings the Shipwrecked, his Bergmite, Sturdy, Gyro Ball, okay, Steals down, and my Fletchling does not do as much as I hope with the overheat, and he's going to take me with that. That's really annoying. And then this Meditite is the main breed, is my MVP on this team by a long way. There's no doubt that's going to be the case if I win this game. I could bring this in without any fear, because I knew that he wasn't Scarfed. Even if he was Scarfed, I could outspeed him. So yeah, I could bring him here with no fear, kill him with the Drain Punch, but even now I've lost my Fletchling and my Sneasel, both massive threats, not necessarily to his team, but in general. Knockoff, especially if my Sneasel, would have been useful. But I can bring my Meditite in here and take him down. But I'm locked in Drain Punch here, and I don't want to lose to a Sash Psychic from this Smoochum, or a Scarf Psychic from Smoochum, or Shadow Ball, whatever he wants to go for. So I have to switch. Go with Mischievous. He goes to the Blizzard, which is fair, and he hits 2 of them. He hits 2 Blizzards. I'm okay with that. I can tell that he is Scarfed because of the fact that he outsped my Mischievous. So this is okay. I know I can outspeed him with my Meditite. And I wasn't sure here, but I was optimistic that I could one-hit KO him with a high jump kick. And it's 90% accuracy, so what's scary that I could miss? This is not likely that I'll miss. It is the same accuracy as Draco, so I can go for this. He in fact does outspeed me, so that's just my mistake complete, but he misses. That's massive. I could have gone for a high jump kick there, but I have seen this guy sash before, and I think he knows that. And I think he also knows that I could take a hit from him. Could not take a hit from my from Sneasel, obviously, and there's nothing here that could. And me knowing that my Meditite was the wing condition, I felt that with Gligar gone, but Stealth Rocks up, I was actually in a decent position, because the main thing that was threatening my Meditite was Sturdy or Sash, because I can one-hit KO anything on his team. And I went out to my Tanker. Honestly, in my experience, I have been able to tank Sneasels, but he goes for a good move. He goes the knockoff, not the Ice Punch. The Ice Punch would have been the weaker move actually, because I would have then been able to, I think, take a second one with my Berry Juice. I'm not sure. Does that even make sense? I would have. I'm not even sure if that makes sense. I'm not even sure if that makes sense. Yes, of course I would. If he had Ice Punched me, I would have got up to full health with Berry Juice, and I could have taken another Ice Punch and could have Sleep Powdered him. That was my logic. I'm pretty glad that made sense. But he went for the knockoff. Strong play, very strong play. And because he can see that my Meditite is the main threat here, he knows it's Scarfed, and he was hoping for a choke there really. If I had gone out to my Meditite for whatever reason, expecting an Ice Punch and hoping to sweep there and then, he could have won. He really could have won, but he didn't. I didn't. Sorry, just giving the game away a little bit. And he was able to take out my Tangler, and that's that gone. And this is actually 3-1, but this is where the matchup comes in. This is where his Mono Ice causes problems, because this Meditite that he has worked so hard to suppress comes through, and even with an Ice Shot here, even with a crit there, he could not have taken me. And that was a good game when no good game was expected, because I got up my Stealth Rocks, I broke the one thing that could have helped, that could have broken my Meditite Suite, and with that I had my good game. That was the first game of the final. We are now tied at 1-1, but I was still incredibly wary. Although I had beaten Duncan, I knew that he was very threatening. And I will see you at the next game, which should be, if I've worked this video correctly, in about 10 seconds. See you there. Hello there, and we're back for the second part of the grand final of the Exeter Pokésoc Look Up Uber tournament against Duncan. You've just watched the first part, and as you will have seen from that, I cannot be sure of anything that is to come, really. I'm just going to go straight into this battle. Honestly, like, just sort of fearing. I was really afraid of what was going to come. I knew it wasn't going to be the same Hail team, but it wasn't going to be a straight Look Up team, because that's not how Duncan rolls. It was going to be something odd. And we have this. Sorry to let that run on a little bit longer. It's a Sun team. Of course, you know, just as same principle as a Hail team, but this one looks rather scarier, possibly, because even though Hail team really pushed me, I didn't expect it to push me. It pushed me further than I expected. But this is the Duncan is just that's just Duncan. That is just Duncan, because Duncan is the worst Pokemon in the game. I'm gonna say bar none. Except for move pools and Michigan Magic Barb, obviously. But it has chlorophyll, it can hit things hard, it has Sludge Bomb, which is a big thing. So this was kind of awkward, and I know this is a counter style, so I'm scared at this point. Go for Sneasel, same principle as the last game, break his rhythm. This is what Sneasel does very well, apart from Laking and Sweeping, which I can do, I think, with Metal Sight. There's one of these will have a sash, but I reckon one hit KO all of them, apart from Mini Whimsicott with, what's that thing called? Mini Whimsicott, Cottony. Apart from that, with High Jump Kick. So I'm feeling alright. Just gonna smack him, basically. And it turns out that this is the guy with the Focus Sash. It's a Flame Charge, which is scary because he now outspeeds me with the Quick Attack, and he does not kill me. And I'm going to pause this, and this may not seem like a massive moment, but you'll see. I'm going to pause that because he doesn't knock me. He does not knock me out with the Quick Attack. Just let that sink in. Absorb. Let's go. So my Sneasel is now alive to Ice Shard this Sunkern. I don't, for whatever reason. Honestly, not sure why I didn't do that. Can now knock out with the Fletchling, and I'm in a good position here. Bidoof is a moody Bidoof. I thought he was going to protect there to get a moody boost, but that's no problem. A Thunder Wave on a priority Gale Wings is not a big deal. It doesn't get a protect or a speed boost. It gets a speed boost. Does not get a protect boost, which is absolutely fine. I can knock him out. And Bidoof, although I would have loved Bidoof to do some damage, it was unfortunately not to be. And this is just me. He's just subbing me out in hope that I get a Power Hacks, which is a fair, risky but a fair policy. And as it happens, actually, I get Power Hacks, as you see it. He can get off his Leech Seed, but now, because he's running Eviolite, he cannot restore up to a sub. I don't know why he went for a sub there, because I guess he was just hoping for Power Hacks again, which I did, which is fair, but he was really... This was clutching at straws, because I could have been acrobaticsing for all day, and he got the mental off, which is fair. I'm still at neutral attack though, Still not neutral attack there. Here I expected him to go for a Sucker Punch. I really did. It turns out later he didn't actually have it, so I could have really done damage to him. But he got off a Tailwind, and this was dangerous. So I was able to take him down with that. Did not get a Power Hacks. And that was the initial. And this is a Scarf Whalmer, and Misdreavus can live it and get the crit. And that was awkward, but I came through. Came through the Power Hacks. Came through the misplay with the Fletchling. Although I stand by that Acrobatics because their Cell Tailwind, because the Sucker Punch was honestly the most logical place to go for. I don't think he actually had it, but I was in the right position to assume he did. But that's not the issue. I got my crit. I could have taken him with a Scarf Meditite either way. I could have taken him with the Bojo's Tangler either way. Gliscor, Gligar, I could not take him with. That's my point. And I took him, and that was game. That was game, and that was very nice. And that was in fact the tournament. Mason Light and Climax, and that's because, in a sense, it was. Because that Quick Attack, that Flame Charge, that was a miss nature. This Vulpix here, this was timid. This is a timid Vulpix. It should have been jolly. And I spoke to Duncan after this, and he was so annoyed about this. Because you see how annoyed he was? Well, you stick around because we have a bonus battle for you. And we're here with the bonus battle, and here, even though the tournament is over, I think you'll want to see this because you get to see how this pure counter style, pure counter team, not a bad, in any sense, bad team, bad sense, how this pure counter style should have gone. Now you see, I've recreating this, I went faithfully. I went off my Sneasel, knowing that he was going to go with Vulpix, and this is me up here. You'll see how things should have gone. This has put such a different spin on things. Because I know Sash, fine. He gets me down to my own Sash. Could not do that with Timid. Could not do the Timid. And then Quick Attack knocks me out. And now he gets a hit. Even with Fletchling, I could have outsped him. He gets the Will-O-Wisp off because he could. It cripples my Gligar. And already I'm in an awkward position. And I thought we had HBIs here. So I thought I could live that and make a Pidgey. I know I could take him, but here, see, I'm awkward position because now I'm down to not much health. Whereas previously, I took his Sunker with full health. Again, I thought a Sucker Punch was coming. It wasn't. That was a massive hit. This is an Eevee-like Gligar. I don't know how that happened. Honestly, that was just a massive hit on my Gligar. Murkrow, so good. And here, I think he was going. He got it. In fact, he was going for Power Hacks to stop me getting a Sleep Powder, and he got it. And this was a time where I was used to seeing tanking Sneasel Ice Punches, and then very juicing up and being at full health. So I don't know what happened there. This Murkrow is just it's brutal, absolutely brutal. And here, once again, I expected the Psycho Punch. I don't know why I didn't think he might not have it, because I assume all rifle Murkrows would. Later I found out he did not have Sucker Punch. And here, I'm just going to draw attention to this here, because this paralysis of my Meditite was huge. At the time, maybe didn't seem so much, because you know, can still get off all that power, this huge power. But you will see how massive this was, and this is something he had the liberty to do because of his prankster. And yeah, I mispredicted with the acrobatic Sucker Punch, but he knew that was coming, so he felt free to go for the Brave Bird. I'm trying to fix the screen, and he Bidoof, he can go for it. He can go for it. He can hope for a defense boost. He doesn't get one. He gets a nothing. He gets nothing. He actually could have hit me with us when I full powered, but there was no reason that would have worked. But my Tailwind runs out. That was a big thing. That was big. Missed the Leech Seeds and Seat. And the reason I made that play is because when he brought out his Cottonee, I was expecting a Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam. So I was thinking that Misdreavus could take it and then hit back. He didn't go for it, and at that point, I really didn't want to be hit by a Stun Spore. That was my main thought. I thought he could go for a Stun Spore here. Because if I had been hit by a Stun Spore, I would have had no speed control. And not at all. Even if he was Specs Whalmer, he could have taken it with a Water Spout. So that was my thinking there. It was a misplay, but at the same time I was going by what I had to work with. Because the problem with running with these weird tournaments, Little Cup Ubers, Inverse OU next time, is that you don't know what to run. You have to go with what is generally effective, not with what is circumstantially effective. And there I had to switch really, because he could just sub up against me, and really I was just in a. There was so little I could do here. I just had to keep whittling him down. I could take out the Cottonee, but I knew that I would be at such low damage, such low health. Here, just that's all I could do. He had me here basically, because Cottonee is so annoying, and I was Life Orb. He got me, and this is where the paralysis comes in. Because you see his Meditite, Choice Scarf, normally can clean up, but here, this is a Choice Scarf Whalmer with Water Spout. What can I do? You don't expect this. Whalmer is not a thing generally. Whalmer's from Duncan's team. It is, and that's me losing. That's me losing right there, and I will take that because I was losing to a good player, to a good Camps team. Possibly I got lucky on the actual tournament, but I feel that you should see this. Because that is how the team should have worked, and then we would have gone into a decider. Then in fact he would have won. That was the decider. That's how things could have happened. That's how tight this game is, and that is how I'm going to finish this video, I think, with a loss. With a loss that didn't matter, and me winning a tournament. Because that was how I feel it should be. I could not film this without this. This battle came a lot later than the rest of the tournament. The rest of the tournament was a month ago. This battle was a week ago. Because I really meant to record, but I've been on a slump. a life tilt, if you will. I've not been in a state to record. Now I am, and had to get this, and yeah, you can now see why I was slightly off. But anyway, that's that for now. I'll be back next time with an inverse OU tournament, which I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be massive, because this is it's a full tier in itself, and it's a brutal tier because it's just normal spam, not quite normal spam because you have normal counters and normal counters, and that's what makes it interesting. And so for that, I'm looking forward, and I will see you then.